if you are showing up to a Trump voter and you don't live in conservative news, they can tell. And
So do you have to immerse yourself
yeah,
in conservative
yeah,
media?
that's why I say the thing about joining Trump Facebook groups, watching Fox News, following MAGA influencers. Like, you have to actually know, because there's a separate set of stories that go viral. There's a separate news cycle. They have a different language. And so if you're in that in-person interaction and you're talking about things and you seem like this is the first time you're hearing about it, they know already that you're already at a distance. And so I would say the first thing I would do is follow what they follow, like to form those connections. The story I'll tell about this is I remember in the period after the 2020 election, but before January 6th. So right after I did that Texas story, I was assigned to go do the Georgia runoff. And I remember thinking, this is more feral than usual. This isn't the usual conspiracy crowd. I'm at an Ivanka Trump event in the Georgia suburbs, and these moms are talking to me about Dominion voting machines. Like, something different's happening here. And so because I live in it, you can tell the moments that are outside of it too. And I think it had me prepared for something like the 6th. I mean, not prepared as in, I think those scenes were shocking to everybody, but the possibility of violence, the possibility of illegitimacy of results, the possibility that they did not see the term democracy. They thought democracy was under threat too, just in a completely different way. I knew all that stuff. And so that's where following really helps. The other thing I do is, there's usually a moment when I'm there, they push you and are expecting you to react and are pressing a button almost intentionally. And I've always found, act like nothing's happened. And it really helps you get over it. Example I would say about this, I was in Northern Arizona and I was at what was called Trump Stock, which was this like Trump fans Woodstock, which like had a whole bunch of people there who were like,
I never heard of Trump
yeah,
Stock.
because that would mean you're living like a really fringe space. Like, this wasn't even like the normal influencers. These are the folks that like can't even get on Fox News. And what I do when I get there is I don't want to be secret. So I wear my badge openly. I go to the organizer first. I try to win them over and tell them, here's what I'm here to do. And I remember when I got there, the organizer says, okay, let's talk. Like, he comes and sits down. And the first thing is put his gun on the table. And so I just keep pushing. I just keep going. And so my experience, that's a dramatic version of that. But people do that verbally and kind of rhetorically all the time. Or they'll mention your own blackness, or they'll mention something else. And I'm saying, blow through it. And so those are my strategies. And there's little ones too, like crowds are bad. So if you're at a rally, find them one-on-one when they're going to get a concession or when you can talk to them directly. If you talk to them in a line and a whole bunch of people start watching, you're going to be a spectacle. And so like there's little things you learn too, but really I just think like I care.